Most of us chase happiness by running toward the next thing, more goals, more plans, more noise. But notice this. The faster we run, the farther happiness feels. What if the simplest secret isn't out there in your future, but right here in this moment? On my hardest days, I take a shower in the dark. I put on a soft track, light a candle, and stop. For 60 seconds, I feel the warm water on my shoulders, hear the gentle hiss, notice the steam moving through the air, and breathe in the calm scent of incense. In that minute, my mind loosens, my breath slows, and the day finally softens. No big achievement, just presence. This isn't magic. It's mindfulness, the most practical path to happiness, taught by sages like Thich, Nhat, Hanh, and echoed by modern research. Stay with me until the end, because I'll guide you through a practice you can use tonight to quiet anxiety and sleep better. Stop. Breathe. Be happy. Let's begin. Asterisk. When I step into the shower on a difficult day, I notice how quickly my mind wants to run away. One thought about tomorrow, another about yesterday, a replay of an argument, a worry about a deadline. And the water is there, flowing, steady, yet my attention is miles away. That's when I remind myself, this is the moment. That matters. I switch off the bright light, let the candle flicker, turn on gentle music and focus. The warmth of the water on my shoulders, the sound of each drop hitting the floor, the steam wrapping around me like a soft blanket. For those minutes, I allow myself to be nowhere else. And when I do, I feel lighter, calmer, more alive. This practice is mindfulness at its simplest form. Paying attention, on purpose, to the present moment without judgment. It may sound small, but it changes everything. The Buddha taught that suffering often comes from a restless mind, one that clings to the past or anxiously leans into the future. In the Bhattacharya Sutta, he urged, do not chase after the past, do not place expectations on the future. The present moment is the only one you truly have. Centuries later, the Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh put it beautifully. Happiness is available here and now. If you are attentive, you will see it. He reminded us that joy doesn't wait for achievements or vacations. Joy is found in breathing and walking, even in washing dishes or drinking tea. If you are present enough to notice, when I began to live this teaching in my daily routines, especially in small rituals like my evening shower, I discovered that mindfulness isn't about escaping life, it's about entering it more fully. Instead of racing through my thoughts, I learned to step into the moment with awareness. And here's the truth. The more I trained myself to notice, the more those ordinary experiences felt extraordinary. A shower became a sanctuary. The sound of water became a reminder that life is happening now. And happiness, that thing we so often chase in the distance, was already here waiting to be seen. Asterisk. If presence feels so powerful, why do we forget it so easily? Because most of us are trained to live anywhere but here. Our culture whispers, happiness is in the next achievement, the next purchase, the next escape. We are taught to measure life by what is rare and impressive, and in that chase, the ordinary feels invisible. Nearly 2,000 years ago, the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius warned against this trap. In his Meditations, he wrote, confine yourself to the present. He reminded himself daily not to be carried away by regrets of the past or fears of the future, but to meet what is directly in front of him. For Marcus, the cracks in bread, the taste of a fig, or the way olives wrinkle on the branch were proof that beauty lives in the ordinary. What mattered was not chasing more, but noticing better. Modern science now echoes what Marcus, Buddha, and Thich Nhat Hanh all knew. In the late 1970s, physician Jon Kabat-Zinn developed a program called Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction. He brought mindfulness into hospitals, guiding patients with chronic pain to focus on the present moment. The results were remarkable. Less stress, less suffering, more resilience. Since then, countless studies have shown the same. A 2022 clinical trial published in JAMA Psychiatry even found that mindfulness training was as effective as a common anti-anxiety medication in reducing symptoms of generalized anxiety disorder. Science is catching up to what wisdom traditions have said for centuries. Being present changes not just how you feel, but how your brain and body function. Neuroscience adds another layer. Brain scans reveal that mindfulness practice increases activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for focus and emotional regulation, while calming the amygdala, which fires off when we're stressed or fearful. In other words, the more we train presence, the more we literally reshape the brain toward peace. For me, this confirms what I experience in the shower or in small daily rituals. When I slow down to truly be present, my mind is less noisy, my body feels lighter, and I rest more deeply. What felt like a personal habit is actually part of a much larger truth. Presence is not just a spiritual practice. It is a science-backed path to happiness. So what does all of this mean for you today? It means that happiness is not something waiting far ahead in your future or locked behind the next achievement. The simplest secret is that happiness is already available here, now, in the very ordinary things you do every day. And one of the easiest ways to experience it is through a mindful shower. Before you step into the shower, take a moment to prepare the space. If you'd like, light an incense stick or a candle. Turn off the bright lights and let the room soften into darkness or a gentle glow. Choose a calm piece of music, not necessarily meditation music, but something you enjoy that carries a peaceful rhythm. Adjust the water so it's comfortably warm, almost like a blanket for your body. These small choices set the stage for presence. Now, as you enter the shower, make a simple promise to yourself. For these minutes, I will be fully here. Feel the first touch of warm water on your skin. Notice its weight, its temperature, the way it flows down your shoulders. Listen carefully. The sound of the water is steady, almost like nature's music, constant and soothing. If there's a scent from the incense, the candle, or even the soap, let your attention rest there for a moment. If you see steam rising in the dim light, observe the shapes it makes as it curls in the air. This is mindfulness. Not forcing the mind to be silent, but gently bringing it back when it wanders. If thoughts about tomorrow appear or regrets about today, acknowledge them and then return your focus to the present, the water, the sound, the warmth. Over and over again, the present welcomes you back. Buddha taught that suffering grows when the mind clings to past and future. Thich Nhat Hanh reminded us that happiness is available here and now, if only we are attentive enough to see it. And modern science shows that this simple act of paying attention calms the amygdala, reduces stress, and rewires the brain for peace. What you feel in the shower isn't just relaxation, it's your body and mind learning a new way to be Da as you finish. Stand still for 3 slow breaths. With each exhale, say silently, "Thank you. Thank you for the warmth, for the rest, and for this moment that asks nothing of you but presence." So here's my invitation. Try this practice tonight. Then come back and share in the comments, what did you notice? Was it the heat of the water, the rhythm of the drops, the smell of incense, or something else entirely? Your reflection might inspire someone else to try. And together we build a space of shared awareness. And if this message resonated with you, subscribe to Echoes of Light. Every day we share reflections and practices to help you live with more calm, more clarity, and more happiness. Because the simplest secret of happiness is not far away, it's already here, waiting in the present moment.